Good morning, first grade. We are going to be talking this week in music about Dr. Martin Luther King. And yesterday, whatever day you see this, on Monday of this week, we did not have school at school. Our banks were closed. The post office was closed, so we didn't get mail. And there was a very, very important day because there's an important man named Dr. Martin Luther King who did some wonderful things for our country. And I think Mrs. Esselman's probably going to be talking about Dr. Martin Luther King also. But I wanted to show you a short little story about him. And then we're going to learn a song about him and have a worksheet that has something to do with Dr. Martin Luther King. Okay, so I'm going to show you the story first, and then we'll talk about what's the big deal about Dr. Martin Luther King.
Welcome to Brightly Storytime. My name is Lisbeth Kaiser, and today I'm going to tell you a true story about a real person named Martin Luther King. You might have heard of Martin Luther King before, so this story will tell you more about who he was and what he did and why he's so important. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? Written by me with art by Stanley Chapman. Martin's home was very happy. He had a big sister, a little brother, a father, and a mother, and they were all kind to one another. Martin was filled with love. Martin also liked being at church. He learned to get along with everyone there, and he made many friends. Martin was filled with kindness. At home and at church, Martin was taught to love everyone, but not everyone was taught to love him. One day, Martin's best friend said he couldn't play with him anymore because Martin's skin was a different color. Martin was black and his friend was white. In Martin's city and in many other places, black people were treated unfairly. It made him sad and sometimes angry. Martin wished that all people would be kind and fair to one another. He studied and he learned and he thought about how to change things. When Martin grew up, he became a reverend and an activist. He was a leader in his community. When he spoke, his words came from his big, strong heart and filled people up with love and kindness. Martin said that everyone should be treated fairly and that we should never hurt one another. He said that we could change the world peacefully. Not everyone wanted things to change, but lots and lots of people agreed with Martin. Martin showed them that they could be brave and peaceful even when they felt scared or angry. Together they worked to show everyone else that things needed to change. One day, Martin gave a very big speech about his dream of freedom and justice for all. Many people were there to listen. Others watched him on TV. The world still remembers what he said. I have a dream that one day we will stand up for freedom together. All of God's children will be able to join hands and sing. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Every year, we celebrate Martin's birthday to remember what he did. He filled people's hearts. He worked hard for change. He made the world more fair. And he did it all because he loved people. This is a picture of the real Martin Luther King Jr., and here is more information in the back about his life and what he did. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I'm so excited that you joined me today for this book. Bye.
Now, we are going to learn a song called The World is a Rainbow, and we're going to do a worksheet about that. And that song is talking about how everybody is a different color. And I'm going to read a couple of the words for it, and then I'm going to give you an assignment to work on it. Hang on just a minute. It says the world is a rainbow that's filled with many colors, yellow, black, and white and brown. You see them all around. The world is a rainbow with many kinds of people. It takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. Everybody has a certain job in the world. Some people work at a grocery store. Some people make the bread that's sitting on the shelves at the grocery store. That would be important. Some people are farmers and they grow the seeds. That's very important you can't have bread without seeds. Some people are doctors that make us feel better when we're sick. Some people are policemen that help us out when we need help. Some people are teachers who teach us how to read and how to do different things. Some people are people that drive trucks around the country and bring supplies from one person to another. All of those jobs are important, just like all of the people are important, because God made everybody very, very important. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. And that is something that Dr. Martin Luther King was talking about. Once upon a time, there were people that weren't very nice to people if they had a different color skin than them. And even today, sometimes people are kind of mean to other people that don't have the same color skin. And that's not okay, because God made everybody. God made everybody very special and wonderful and marvelous. And we're not supposed to be walking around telling people that we are more important than somebody else. And so this song, I think Dr. Martin Luther King would love this song because it talks about the world having many colors. It takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. Now you be you and I'll be me. That's the way we were meant to be. Some of us have blue eyes. Some of us have blonde hair. I have red hair. Some of us have dark brown hair. That we're supposed to be who God made us to be. And I want you to listen to this song. I'm going to turn it on. And the words are up here, so this will help you see the words better. So follow along with the words while you hear it.
The world is a rainbow that's filled with many colors. Yellow, black, and white and brown. You see them all around. The world is a rainbow with many kinds of people. It takes all kinds of people to make the world go round. Now you be you and I'll be me. That's the way we were meant to be. But the world is a mixing cup. Just look what happens when we stir it up. The world is a rainbow with many kinds of people. And when we work together, it's such a sight to see. The world is beautiful when we live in harmony. Just look what happens when you stir it up. The world is a rainbow with many kinds of people. And when we work together, it's such a sight to see. The world is beautiful when we live in harmony.
that is a song that Dr. Martin Luther King would love because it talks about living in harmony, which means we're all supposed to be getting along together. Dr. Martin Luther King was a minister, kind of like Father Paul. He was a person who was in charge of a church. Sometimes they call them preachers or pastors or reverends or priest or father. And he was a minister. His job was to love everybody and to make sure that everybody loved everybody, because that's what the Bible says, and that's what God wanted us to do. And so he was going around and telling people that if you are being unkind to other people, if you're treating other people unfairly and treating them like you're more important than they are, then that is not okay. And he did it in a peaceful way. He didn't go beat people up and get mad at them. He walked peacefully, and he encouraged people to walk with him. And he tried to make the world a better place. And he was encouraging harmony, which means we're all supposed to be working together and getting along together. And I think this song is wonderful. The song that says, "The world is a rainbow." The world is beautiful when we live in harmony, when everybody's getting along. It's a great place to live. And it makes God happy. Everybody is safe. It makes all of us happy because we're all helping each other out. And nobody is more important than anybody else. Everybody, no matter what they look like, no matter what language they speak, no matter what school they go to, no matter what color eyes they have, what color hair they have, what color skin they have, everybody is special because that's the way God made us. And we're supposed to all love each other and not be mean to each other and unkind. And that's what this song is about. Now, you have a sheet that's being printed that your mom and dad can print off for you. There are 4 sheets, actually. The first one is the real music. If you want to rewind and go back and watch that song a little bit. And I'll also put the link on it. If you want to go right to that link on YouTube, then you don't have to listen to this whole video again. But you can follow along, or maybe when you're working on this worksheet, you can turn that music on, and it's really fun to sing along and learn that song while you're working on the worksheet. This is what it looks like when it has notes and Mrs. Treble Clef and quarter notes and eighth notes. That's what it looks like with the words. On the back of that sheet, this is what it looks like when it's just the lyrics or the words. And so you can just follow along, and you're learning how to read so well. So you can follow right along and sing right along with it if you want to, because you're at home, so you can sing. That's great. On the back, there is another sheet with 2 little rainbows. And the top rainbow, it says, this rainbow has only one color. So choose one color and make that whole rainbow one color. That's the first part, the top. Then the bottom says, this rainbow has many colors. Our world is more interesting because it has many colors. So the top rainbow, choose one color and color that. The bottom rainbow, choose a different color for each part of the rainbow, for each little piece of the rainbow. And that's going to be, I think that's much more interesting. I think it would be really boring if we all had the same color hair, if we all spoke the same language, if we all liked macaroni and cheese every day. If we had the very same food in the cafeteria every day, I think it would be pretty boring. So it's more interesting when we change things up. And some people just like to play soccer. That's fine. But other people like to play kickball. Other people like to play football. Some people like to draw. Some people like to read. And maybe you can learn something new from one of your friends who likes to do something different than you. They can teach you something new. On the back is a word search, and we're learning how to do good word. You're really good at word searches. This is a word search with words and important things about this song. Some of the things at the bottom say black or brown or colors or yellow, kindness, friends, harmony, people, world. So this is kind of your assignment for this week. Your assignment is to color this sheet. Okay, take a picture of it, show it to me, and then show me how you're doing on your word search. When you find a word in here, then you can cross it off, so then you don't have to look for that anymore. You've already found that word. So I'd love to see how you're doing with a word search, because those are big words, and you're learning how to do that in first grade, and that's lots of fun. So this is about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I think Mrs. Esselman will probably talk a little bit more about him too. Have a great week, and we'll see you later. Bye.